What's up, you guys? How you doing? I'm going to show you guys how to install this switch so you can control your lights and other stuff you can control with this switch too. But it's compatible with Apple HomeKit, Alexa, and Google. It's called the Wemo. I'm going to show you guys how to install it. So for your switch to install it, you need some Lymans, a flathead, your beep stick, a Phillips, some cutters, the switch, and if you want you can use a drill also. And also read the instructions to make sure you're not ruining any electrical parts or anything inside the switch, because it can probably be kind of sensitive to, high voltage compared to the low voltage going into the Bluetooth. Okay, so now I got the two screws off. I'm gonna test it. Make sure you test it for power. No, there's no power. You'll hear a loud beeping noise. So now you're gonna wanna take off these two screws and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got the switch out. So what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to make sure the power is off. So yes, it's off. The bottom wire usually is where the hot's at, but if you don't know, you want to go turn your breaker back on with nothing touching each other, nothing touching metal, and then take your beep stick and make sure you find which one's beeping. I know which one it is. It's this bottom one. Mainly it's going to be the bottom one at the bottom of the switch, the in one. And then your out power will be at the top, so that way power comes in, flip the switch on, power goes up to your light. I will be right back. Also, these little slots right here, if you can see it, those slots right next to the wire, if you stick something in those, you'll be able to pull these wires out easily without cutting them, but I'm just going to cut them. Okay, once you got your switch off and cut, you want to strip your wires so you can connect them to the new switch. Your ground is going to already be stripped. Make sure nothing's touching. Even though the power is off, still, I keep testing. No power. Usually you have a black wire, which is hot, and a white wire, which is neutral. But since this is a switch, they're both going to be used as hot. But black usually goes to gold, and white usually goes to silver. But like I said, this is a switch, so they're both hot. These switches come with a cover, always. So I'm going to take off this cover. If you're putting it in a box with like a triple switch box, you're gonna have to take this cover off and buy a cover that will fit this GFI square cover. And usually if you're doing that, you should just change them all to this type of switch and then get a triple GFI cover. So this is the back of the switch. The line is the power, the load is the light, the white is the neutral, and the green is the ground. Make sure everything gets hooked up right so nothing's wrong and you have no problems. Okay, so now that you got your line, your load, and your ground hooked up, now you can pull out your white, your neutral to hook that up, just so you don't get confused. Hook that up and I'll be right back. Okay, so now all wires are hooked up. Now you just push them all back into the box, and then you put the two screws on, and then you can put your cover back on. Then, well, actually before that you should probably put the switch back into the box, then turn your power on, make sure it comes on, then put your cover on. Make sure all your wire nuts are tightened, not loosened. That'll cause a problem. So okay, once you went and tested your breaker and made sure you got power and shoved your wires all back in the box, you're going to tighten up those two screws right there. Nice and snug, but not too tight. Then you're going to put your cover back on. So I got the power back on, and the blue blinking light means it's ready for setup. I'm going to show you guys how to do the app and reconnect with the Bluetooth switch. Okay, you guys, I'm going to show you how to get the Wemo app. Pretty much you just download it from the Play Store. It's called Wemo. And then once it's on your phone, you click on it. And then you add your switch, which I already did. And you actually have to add a Wi-Fi network, so you have to have internet. I don't have internet at this house. It's a new house, so I can't really use it. But this is what you gotta go through. Once you connect, you name it to your whatever it is, and then you hit next, which it's showing me I gotta go to a Wi-Fi network. Like I said, I don't have that right now. I'm gonna end up doing the whole house in this, and we're gonna have internet here, and I'll be able to hook everything up, and the whole house will be running on, you know, all Wi-Fi, because there's a lot of stuff in this house that needs Wi-Fi. Alright, you guys. So since I don't have a Bluetooth hooked up, you can still use it. You just hit the switch and your fan will come on, or whatever you have it on. Hit the switch and it'll go off. Still a good product, and like I said, the whole house, I'm going to put all these switches in, and I'll show you guys next how to do the 3-way switch.